Marcus Rashford is good at football again and Madrid want him to replace Benzema, while Grealish could be out on his ear. Real Madrid have adapted to the new times. While once upon a time they could cherry-pick their favorite players from the football market, using whatever financial force necessary, Real Madrid are no longer the biggest in the playground. As the Premier League finances continue to grow, in particular as the richest owners continue to spend, Real Madrid can no longer extract whomever they want and offer the highest wages. As was seen in the Kylian Mbappé saga last summer, Paris Saint-Germain were able to outbid them. For several years now, a clear strategy has emerged for Florentino Perez. With the exception of the seasons interrupted by the pandemic, each season or two Real Madrid have looked to bring in a major star, while picking off the biggest stars in free agency. Mbappé was meant to be that star last summer, although it ended up being Aurelien Tchouameni. Previous to the pandemic, Eden Hazard was made the most expensive signing in the club's history. In the meantime, David Alaba and Antonio Rudiger have both arrived from major European rivals on free deals in consecutive summers. The next could be Marcus Rashford. The Manchester United forward is free to negotiate in January and his contract expires in the summer. Manchester United are working to extend his contract and do have an option to add an extra year onto his deal. Should they neglect to do so, he would appear to fit many of Los Blancos' requirements. At just 24, Rashford will likely sign a contract extending into his prime years. Regardless of where it is, versatile, quick and capable of beating a defender, he could play anywhere across the front three that Carlo Ancelotti likes to use, although he would likely be less inclined to operate from the right. As Real Madrid weigh up whether to look for a backup or replacement for Karim Benzema, who has struggled with injury this season, Rashford might represent a nice halfway house, capable of competing with Rodrigo Goes and Valverde on the right. He could also move into the center in case of Benzema's absence. With room to grow, if Rashford flourishes, it may be that he becomes the eventual replacement for Benzema. Rashford's style, which involves far more running in behind the defense, would represent an alternative to what Carlo Ancelotti already has at his disposal. Working against Real Madrid is the competition. While Rashford has not always been a starter at Old Trafford, he may well fancy his chances of earning a place under Erik ten Hag more than at the Santiago Bernabeu. Valverde has been in excellent form this season and Rodrigo has been close behind him, meaning Rashford might not see where his minutes are coming from. With Vinicius Jr. locked in on the left side, it is not clear whether he would be content backing up Benzema. Ultimately, Manchester United's option to extend his deal seems most likely to scupper any Real Madrid hopes of bringing him to the club. Rashford fits the bill for Florentino Perez. The question would then be whether Real Madrid can offer Rashford what he is looking for at an important stage in his career. Rashford has returned to form for United this season after struggling during the 2021-22 campaign with injury issues, scoring 8 and contributing 3 assists in 19 appearances in all competitions. He has also been one of England's best players at the World Cup, finding the net 3 times as he sits atop the tournament's goal-scoring chart. However, he is rapidly approaching the end of his contract, which has just 6 months remaining. United have the option to extend it by another year, which protects against the risk of losing him for nothing this summer. United have offered him a new deal worth around £300,000 per week, but he is yet to sign it, with fears growing that they may be forced to cash in during the upcoming transfer windows to avoid losing him for free in 2024. The Mirror reports the Red Devils will listen to offers in the region of £80 million for him if he does not sign a new deal to receive a return on their investment in their academy graduate. Real Madrid are believed to be at the front of the queue should he be placed on the market, as they seek a long-term replacement for Ballon d'Or winner Benzema. Real Madrid could be seriously in for Manchester United and England forward Marcus Rashford. According to a report, Manchester United have started the season very well despite a poor first 2 games. It did look like the players had returned to their old ways of last season even after enjoying a good set of friendlies before the Premier League started. but players such as Marcus Rashford seem back to near their best. In the previous campaign, the Englishman did not live up to his usual goal-scoring standards, with only 5 goals and 2 assists across 32 appearances in all competitions.